This conference will now be recorded.
Hi everyone, good morning. Can you all hear me? Okay. Okay, so let us get started. So yesterday we looked at what is Python and the history about the Python, right? And then we try to install the Python, right? So we try to download the Anaconda software. In that you have Jupyter Notebook, you have Spider, and Spider is what we will be using. Now let me, check if everyone installed it. Prasanna, you want me to make you presenter? So anyone facing any issue in the installation? So let me make you presenter, Prasanna. So let's resolve if there are any installation because today we will be looking at some of the commands. Prasanna, are you there? I think Prasanna has left.
So, Sinu, I had a small issue. It said kernel had
Mhm.
failed. Kernel had failed. KERNEL.
Okay, but the installation is complete, or in the middle it got an error and
No, the installation is complete, but whenever I
okay.
open the stool of softwares, it says kernel has failed.
Okay. Let us see if uh, after executing the code, is it giving any issue? Let us see that. So
Yeah.
it could be a warning as well. If our codes and everything will not get executed properly, then we will have to check.
Okay.
Um, Prasanna, are you there? I've made you presenter, Prasanna. So you wanted to show something? Okay. I think Prasanna is not there. Okay, let me take back the control. So anyone else facing any issue, everyone install, you should have this Python, the spider interface. Everyone has it. Can you all ping in the chat window? I just want to make sure everyone has it. Vamshi has it, as he said. Sunil, Shrino, SR@1. I see someone SR@1. Siddhartha, Shivanand, Shiva, Ramesh, Prasanna, Pooja, Pallavi, Krishna, Kapil, Paramesh, Anusha. Okay. Okay, so looks like everyone has downloaded, but let me ping for the benefit those who were not able to join yesterday or did not get time. Let me ping the link. Okay, looks like I closed it. Okay, let me ping the link. So I'm copying this link and pinging in the chat window. So what you have to do is select this Windows first of all, okay? So select this Windows and then you decide whether you want 64-bit or 32-bit depending on your computer. An exe file will get saved. Double click on that, then the installation will get started. I've pinned the link. Okay. Now, as you understood, what is the benefit of the Python? Python and your installation is done. Now let's go and look at today to learn some of the basic commands in Python, and then we will see what are the different data types and operations, and we will see the Python packages if time permits today. But let us start with some of the basic commands in Python. Okay, now let's go and so everyone understood this interface, I guess. So on the left hand side, this is where you write your Python code, and the code's extension when you save it is .py. Okay, this is the place where you will see the output, right? Or if there are any errors, all those things you will see it in this console window. This is the place where you will see the variables. Let's say you are creating any variables, and you want to see those variables, the data type, and what is the value stored in it, right? All those variables. But when we compare it to SAS, you have a log window, you have an output window. So imagine both of them clubbed into one, okay? This window, below window. There are no two separate windows, so even the output and the error will be seen in this IPython console. Okay, now let's get started with some of the basic commands. Okay, so before writing any complex commands, we will first learn from the very basics. Okay, as everyone is new to Python, can you all start typing these commands? So let's say you want to do some calculation, 571 plus 95. How to do that? Let me remove this. So 571 plus 95. You wrote this. Now how do we execute it? Select this and press Control Enter. Everyone do this. Now where is the output? Where are you seeing the output? If you look at this console window, whenever you did Control Enter, this code got run. You see 571 plus 95 got run. And what is the output? It says 666. Everyone run this code. You should get familiar with how to run the code, okay? So what I'm doing, I'm selecting it and doing Control Enter. In the similar way, can you all type this 19 star 17? So star is for multiplication. Then you do print. Let me increase the font. So how I will do is right click and say zoom in. Right click, say zoom in. I hope now the font is clear to everyone in my system. Um, Now let's do this. So, right, but what is the difference between, let's say, I can select these two, 57 plus 39, whatever I select and press Control Enter, only that thing will get executed, okay? So whenever you're not using print, what is happening? It is giving in terms of, okay, what is the input command and what is the output, right? In and out. But when you give that in print, on the next line, you see, it is printing this output. So there's no out as such. It is just, giving the output. So that is the difference between running just the command or with the print. Can you all do this stuff also? And hash is used for commenting in Python, just like how we have it in SAS /star and put the comment and semicolon. In the similar way, hash here. So let's say, okay, let me put this on the screen. Let me know if you all see this. all are done. Okay. Anyone facing any issue while executing? So we are starting, learning from the very basics. Okay. Everyone done till here? Let me know if anyone facing any issue while executing it. Vamshi, are you able to execute it? You said some kernel, but is it giving you the output?
Yeah, it is giving me the output.
Okay. Okay. So let's go and we need to be, you know, clear with, as I said, Python is case sensitive. So if you write something like, P capital, see, here only it is giving the error. It says name print is not defined, right? So Python is case sensitive. In SAS, it was not the case, right? Proc, print, let's say proc, you can write it in any ways. But here we need to be, you know, clear with the commands that it is case sensitive. Now, can you all print the string my Python file? Can you all print it? How do we print it? Try printing my Python file. So how do we do that? So I'll go here. See, as soon as I'm opening the bracket, even it is closing it automatically. See, now here I would say my Python file. Select and submit. You see here my Python file. Okay. Now let me scroll down. So be with me, okay? So as soon as I am, writing some code, you also do it at the same time, okay? Otherwise, you will fall behind. Now, how about the assignment operator? So in SAS, you know that, okay, if you want to create a column, you will give a column name is equal to some value, or else after is equal to you do some calculation, right? Here also equal to is the assignment operator. So now let us run this. Can you all run this? Income is equal to 12,000 and say income. Can you all do that? So income is equal to, now what has happened here is we are assigning some value into a variable, right? Into a variable. We could see that variable in the variable explorer. So you see income and it created an int, right? And this is the value. Now, how did it come to know that the data type is int? Because Python automatically says what type of data we're trying to store in that variable. So this is the numeric, correct? This is the numeric. So it automatically understood that the data type should be integer. Now I have created this variable, then I'm just doing income and press enter. See, you are seeing the output, what is stored in that income. Now we can also do the same thing why print, isn't it? So you can directly, call that variable name, or else you can print it also. So if I do this, same, but only difference you need to be very clear is whenever you do print, you will not get the output as in the form of out. But when you just call apart from print, it will be like this. will be always okay, what is the input command and what is the output. Whereas in the print, it will just show you the output. That is the difference. And if there is a long piece of code, let's say Python code, and if there are a lot of variables which are getting created, this command, by calling the variable like this, it will not print the value within that variable automatically every time. If there is a long program and there are a lot of variables, having print, we are explicitly saying that, okay, go and print the value in that variable. So in the output, in the output, you would see the value, the output of it. Okay. It's not accepting syntax. Is it Pooja? I could say Lenovo.
Yes, sir, Pooja.
Okay, okay. Can you share your screen? I will make you presenter. Let's see. Yeah, it will not work. Can someone tell what is the issue in the code?
The P is capital in the code.
Yeah. So as I said, this Python is case sensitive. So print P should not be capital, it should be small p. So change that, Pooja. So make that as small.
Now
Yeah,
it should
now
work.
run it. Yeah, now run it. Select it and press enter.
I executed it.
No, you have to select. We have not seen you selecting it. Or your screen got stuck or what. See, it came, right?
Run the
No,
cell.
select it. Hmm. That is also fine. But the shortcut is see control enter. But that's fine, yeah. Yeah, press control enter. Get familiar with control enter. It will be easy, okay? Select that entire line.
I press control enter and
Yeah,
run.
and in the output, yeah, it got run. Yeah, it
But
got run. In the IPython console, you three times you ran it.
in your screen, it's showing in and out. Here it's not showing. Is it fine?
Okay, let me share my screen. Yeah, see, when I'm saying this, even for me also it is giving same, but whenever you use it by, you know, whenever we have any variable, so let's say income, I have 12,000 and I am printing the income, that time without using print, it will show in out. But if I use this income in the print, it will not show out. It will just print 12,000. So in your system, you have not written these commands. Try these commands.
You are asking me to execute it now. Sure.
Everyone done till here? Okay. Now let's go and do this. Okay, what you do is, can you all create a variable called x and store 20? And obviously you're storing 20, x will be integer. create another variable y, and can you do a multiplication of those variables? So you say x star y, and you store that into z, and run the z. Can you all do this thing? So these examples are meant for creating our own variables and storing the value. And we can use those variables for calculations also. We can multiply one variable with the other and store it into the third variable. That is also we are doing it. So what I'm saying is, let's say x is equal to 10. I'm running it and I'm doing x. You see it's 20 in it, correct? Now y is equal to, let's say, 10, and I'm printing y. 10 is stored. Now let's create a z. Okay, let me do this first. Just say x star y. So you have x, you have y. Let's say x star y. It's given 200. But I want to store this value which is coming out of this into a third variable. Let's say I want to put it in z. Then only we will write like this, right? Z is equal to. Now I'm selecting this. Now immediately what has happened, when I was running x is equal to 20, y is equal to 10, z is equal to, we are creating variables, right? We are storing some value into a variable. So immediately, your focus should go on to this variable explorer. So you see x got created and 20 is stored, y got created, 10 is stored, z got created, 200 is stored. So also look at this window for looking at what are the variables and what is the value, what is the data type. Yeah. So Atria is asking, why do we need to, check for this variable? Yeah. So this is just a simple code. While we are creating it, we want to check it. But imagine you are running this entire Python program. At that time, in the output itself, you want to see what is 20 stored. You don't want to look at variable explorer, let's say, right? So this variable explorer basically helps us while building the programs. Okay, so while writing the programs, we are doing some, we are creating some variables, and at the same time, you want to see whether that variable got created or not. This is just a simple example. But when we talk about data frames, there's something called as data frames. Data frames is nothing but a table. You will also see that we always used to do prop contents, right? Can you all hear me? Hello? Hello, can you all hear me? Okay, okay. So I got some message about my audio connection failed. Okay. So what I was saying is, whenever we have any data sets, let's say we always do prop contents to see, right? Okay, which variables are there, what is the data type of that, and so on. Correct. In the similar way, you try to relate this variable explorer also. Whenever we are creating any variables or tables, we can see those things in the variable explorer. Okay. Um, okay, this is done, and okay, this is, so everyone understands the difference between output of name and print name, right? So let's say you are storing, let's do this. Now, can you all hear me? Hello, can you all hear me? So something is going on with my internet. So just be aware if you're not hearing me. So I'm getting the internet is getting disconnected. Okay, but I try to connect now. Okay. Mm, what I was saying. Okay. Did you all hear my question? So my question was, what is the data type of this name? What is the data type? String, yes. So we are creating a variable called a name. In that we are storing Jack, and the data type is string, and the size is how many values we are storing it. It's just only one value, right? It's just only one value. So that's why the size. So in Python, it is more about, if you are aware of an array, right? Array is a collection of elements, right? How many elements basically we are storing? We are storing it only one value, right? So that's why the size says one. We will see, how do we create. So there are other concepts. We will be seeing those. Then you will, get clarity on the size. So this is the string, and then you are going and printing it. It says Jack. Everyone done till here? Now, there are certain naming conventions, and you cannot create a variable which starts with a number, okay? So you cannot have 1x is equal to 200, it will not work. X1 is equal to 20, it will work. So some of the same rules, I think we also had it in SAS, right? So, and those naming conventions were for the data set. So name of the data set cannot start with a number, it can start with an alphabet or an underscore, right? In the similar way, like this will work. X.1 is equal to 20, it will not work. Only special character allowed is underscore. X underscore 1 is equal to 20, it will work. So just remember these naming conventions. Okay, so it should not start with a number and no other special characters. Now, what are the types of objects? Right? Python has some standard built-in object types. So numbers, strings, lists, tuples, dictionaries, right? So we should have good knowledge about these objects so that you get comfortable with with Python programming, and we will see that. Okay, so numbers already we have seen it, right? So to any variable, we are assigning some number and we are printing it, right? But let's do this. We are assigning 102.88. Let's do that. So earlier we were assigning just integer portion, but here we have some, decimal data as well. Let me do this. Now, what is the data type? You say float. So float is also comes under integer, but this is another data type which is available in Python, a part of integer. And why did it do float? Because it has decimal in it. And when I print it, you see 102.88. Okay, this is the numbers. Strings we have already seen. So strings are amongst the most popular types in Python, and there are a number of methods of built-in string function defining strings. So first of all, let's do this. Write this, everyone. Write this. So you're creating name, and in that you're storing Sheldon. You're creating MSG, and you're storing data science classes. Do this. Let me know once you're done. You can ping in the chat. And I will share this Word, this PDF file, okay? I will share this PDF file. Okay, I'll give few more seconds if anyone is still working on it. Okay, now let's do this name of zero. Okay, did I not run this? Okay, let me run this. So what are you getting? Name of zero.
First character of the name.
Correct. So this is the variable which we created it, and look at how simple it is, huh? How simple it is in Python. So you're just referring with that name. And the good part about Python is, if this was to be written in some other language, we used to, write a lot of code. Here it's pretty simple. So I'm just calling that variable, and in the square bracket, I'm referring the index position. When I'm saying zero, and remember that, all the index position starts from zero. Okay, so this is zero, this is one, two, three, four, five, six. So I'm referring name of zero, it is giving me S, right? Now, can you all give me E? Can you give me E? What do we write here to get E?
Name 2.
Right. So we would say name to. right? Now we can, obviously write this thing in print, because what is the difference between if I just run this, if I run with print. Okay, now, okay, let me show you one one second. Let me show you this. Now see here, see here. The benefit of print, if anyone is having little bit of doubt, the benefit of print. I'm running these two commands together. I've just ran these, name 0, name 2. But here, what is the output you are seeing of the name 2, right? Name 0, we are not seeing it. This is what happens, without print. If there are a lot of things when the program runs, it's not doing anything wrong, but it's not printing what is there in name of 0. It is printing the last part, what is there in name of 2. That's why you are saying E. You see this dot 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 dot. That means, there is some output of name 0 which it is not printing. But let's look at this now. Print. So explicitly you are printing, and you're saying, okay, print what is there in name of 0, that is S. Print what is there in name of 2, that is E. Got the point? Now, we can also do like this. Let's do this. So you have MSG, you have MSG. So do this and let me know what are you getting. So MSG in the square brackets, I'm saying 0 colon 9. And what is there in the MSG? Data science classes. Now print it. 0 colon 9. Yeah, even space is also stored in that, right? Text. When you say data science classes, space is also part of that text, right? So what this is doing, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? But if you see, you are saying, till 9, but see, it will go look at till 8 only, okay? So how it works is, when you want it till 8, give 9 here. So this you can relate to substring function. Remember, there is in SAS there is a substring function. You give the column and let's say multiply it by 1 to n, and then you give the row and you give the column and you give the row and you give the column. Okay, yeah. So we have to use those position. We don't have to use that substring function and all that. So you have MSG in that there is a text stored. You're just referring to that and saying 0 colon 9, but just remember that it will go till 8. Okay, now can you all do this? Then you do this 10 colon length of this. Hello? Can you all hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Uh, I'm saying
Hello,
print.
sir. Hello.
So what? Yeah,
Yeah, if I want to take first three character of MSG and then again the sixth character, then how will I write? In one
yeah.
output.
So first three characters. So for that you have to, concatenate, right? Because first you will take the first three characters, you will
Yeah.
store it in something, then you will take some okay. Now here from the 10th LEN message, what this will do is from the 10th position till end. So from the 10th position till end, it will pick up. And see how simple it is, like without using any substring function, we're just fetching basis on that index position. Everyone done till here? Okay. Now, can you all do this? Displaying string multiple times. Let's say we have this MSG, right? And let's say MSG multiplied by 5. You see? So the value, the text is repeating 5 times. Data science classes, it's repeating 5 times. Okay. What is this slash n? Any guesses from anyone? What is this slash n?
Next line.
Yeah, correct. So, okay, let me do the same thing. Let me do the same thing in the print, okay? But let me put this slash n. See? So what is happening? This slash n is a new line character. It is printing it on the new line. So it is repeating 5 times. But on the new line, you see? Now, this is what, like, we can concatenate. It's pretty simple. So we are creating message 1, we are creating message 2. In message 2, I am saying message 1 plus go to home page, and I'm printing message 2. Can you all try this out? So plus is the operator to do the concatenation. So Anusha had that question. So what you can do, you can store those two values which you want from that into a new variable and then take that two variables and concatenate it. So just like message 1 plus message 2, something like that. And you can store that output in some other variable also, like message msg3 is equal to msg1 plus msg2. When we will be writing the programs, and as I said, we are starting with the basic commands, then we will look at how do we import the files and all that stuff, some more advanced stuff in the coding. Then we will go and build the models, right? So I'll show you couple of models which we can use. how the modeling works, right? So you must be hearing something like linear regression, logistic regression, like random forest. So we'll be seeing live case studies on, okay, when we get the data, when there is a problem, how do we build the model? So even those advanced stuffs I'll be covering, but we want to get comfortable with the tool. Now, how do we get comfortable in understanding all the different, syntaxes and different styles of writing the code? We need to understand first. Everyone done till here. So what we will do is we will end today. So there are, list is there. There is something called dictionaries. There are, libraries, packages we'll be talking about. So we'll continue these things tomorrow. So any questions so far? So to you understood, okay, how do we create the variables? How do we run the code? How do we print the variables? How do we look at the output? How do we look at the variable explorer? How do we check the data type? All that stuff. Yeah, Vamshi. Okay. Yeah, sure, Vamshi, sure. Okay, so what we'll do is we will end today and let me go to that Google Drive. So yesterday night I have shared this Google Drive link, Python_Feb19. When you go there, you would see the recorded sessions of yesterday. Okay, I'll keep on uploading here. And this document, this is the first document, Introduction to Python. This is the PDF which we are looking at. I will upload that over here, material. Okay, I'll upload it in this material section. And going forward, all the data, all the case studies, I'll keep those folders. I'll let you know. But currently, let's work on these two folders. Recorded sessions here. The PDF which we are looking at over here, and the other topics. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thanks, Jinu.